shall be first. That's what he says. Love your enemy even when it hurts. That's what he says. 'Cause heroes are called to sacrifice. Serve the giver of life. And in the end it's worth the price to be more like Jesus. La 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 la. If you wanna be a hero, well, first you have to learn to follow every word Jesus speaks. Listen carefully. If you wanna be a hero, oh, if you wanna be a hero, well, first you have to learn to follow every minute, every day. Let Jesus lead the way. If you wanna be a hero, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Deny yourself and take up your cross. That's what he says. And seek me first with all of your heart. That's what he says. 'Cause heroes are called to sacrifice. Serve the giver of life. And in the end it's worth the price to be more like Jesus. La 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 la. If you wanna be a hero, first you have to learn to follow every word Jesus speaks. Listen carefully. If you wanna be a hero, oh, if you wanna be a hero, well, first you have to learn to follow every minute, every day. Let Jesus lead the way. If you wanna be a hero, oh, oh, there's no going solo when you're a superhero. You can't do it on your own, no. When you're a superhero, oh, there's no going solo when you're a superhero. You can't do it on your own, no. When you're a superhero. La 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 la. If you wanna be a hero, well, first you have to learn to follow every word Jesus speaks. Listen carefully. If you wanna be a hero, oh, if you wanna be a hero, well, first you have to learn to follow every minute, every day. Let Jesus lead the way. If you wanna be a hero, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Good job, good job. Welcome back, guys. It's Friday. So we know the rules, so I don't have to say them. Right? We know the rules. We know that we are supposed to have fun and to help everybody around us too as well. And that if someone up front is speaking, then it's your turn to be listening. Right? Good. Well, I'm glad you've made it tonight. I'm sure you've already heard, but there's something strange going on around here. We've been really, really busy today.
Speaking of strange, we're officially out of donuts. I apologize. I didn't know our heroes were here.
I sent Supermere to the break room to get a snack. He's been working hard answering these calls. How many has it been already?
About 12 or 13.
That's right. All of those calls have been about... Excuse me. Hello, Hero Hotline. How can we help? Yes, hello, Stapleton. What's that? You can't hold things together? What seems to be the problem?
Wow, that's Stapleton. The Stapleton. I'm sure you heard of him in your training. He's able to shoot large staples out of his fist. I personally saw him fix a train bridge while a train was coming down the tracks. There was a big crack in one of the main supports, so he shot 3 large staples that wrapped around the support and secured it. It was the best thing I've ever seen. He's a legend.
Okay, thanks for calling, Stapleton. We'll get right on this. Oh, that was Stapleton.
So we heard. I was telling them these heroes about him. You could always count on him to keep things together.
Not this time. He has the same problem as all the other callers.
The smellcaster?
Yes, they're all calling about the smellcaster. Oh, I don't believe
Wow. Even Firefly has called in? I wonder if it was for the same reason. She's always so positive. Why don't we listen to some ringtunes, our superhero musicians, while we wait for Professor Jane to finish this call?
I can't fly like a Superman, oh no, no, no. Or spin a web like spiders can, oh no, no, no. I don't have superhuman strength, oh no, no, no. Or eyes that fire laser beams, oh no, no, no. But I can follow God, this is what I pray. Wanna hear God's voice, listen up, listen carefully. I can follow God, this is what I pray. Wanna hear God's voice, listen up, listen carefully. Shine your light and let it go, share love everywhere you go. Joy will start to overflow, oh, oh, oh. The only one we're following, Jesus Christ, the King of Kings. I'm telling you in case you didn't know. That's what makes a hero. That's what makes a hero. We can make a difference, yeah, 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 yeah. Once we start, it never ends, yeah, 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 yeah. 'Cause God has been so good to us, yeah, 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 yeah. We'll share all God has given us, yeah, 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 yeah. I can follow God, this is what I pray. Wanna hear God's voice, listen up, listen carefully. I can follow God, this is what I pray. Wanna hear God's voice, listen up, listen carefully. Shine your light and let it go, share love everywhere you go. Joy will start to overflow, oh, oh, oh. The only one we're following, Jesus Christ, the King of Kings. I'm telling you in case you didn't know. That's what makes a hero. Just let love, mercy, and walk on the lane. You just let love, mercy, and walk on the lane. You just let love, mercy, and walk on the lane. You just let love, mercy, and walk on the lane. Shine your light and let it glow. Share love everywhere you go. Joy will start to overflow. Oh, oh, oh. The only one we're following, Jesus Christ, the King of Kings. I'm telling you in case you didn't know. Shine your light and let it glow. Share love everywhere you go. Joy will start to overflow. Oh, oh, oh. The only one we're following, Jesus Christ, the King of Kings. I'm telling you in case you didn't know. That's what makes a hero. Yeah, that's what makes a hero.
Oh, my goodness.
I heard that he literally melted paint off with the wall.
Page 27. Technical difficulties. Page 27, right after the song.
Yeah, it's your song. It's your turn.
I'm so glad. Well, in case you were wondering, she called about the smellcaster too. I can't believe it. 28.
28. What?
Super Mirror, are you on page 28?
Page 28.
Hi, Facebook.
Well, I'm on That's What Makes a Hero.
We are on page 28. I know some of you are new recruits.
Oh. Well, the smell caster has the ability to produce quite a stink. I heard that he literally melted paint off with the smell he produced it.
Well, that might be true, but I've talked to some heroes who've been around him, and their superpowers were useless against his gas.
I've seen skunks run away from him. You know, he has to have strong smelling gas.
True, that's true. Another phone call. can we help? Yes, hello, Queen Ruler. Things aren't measuring up. Yes, I'm listening.
Queen Ruler is someone who keeps everyone in line. She makes sure heroes are following the guidelines. If she's having trouble, then we know that things have gotten bad.
Okay, thank you, Queen Ruler. Rest assured, we're on the job here at Hero Hotline headquarters. We'll let you know when we have a solution. Oh my goodness, busy day. We need to find some answers before we get more of these calls.
Is Queen Lure having the same problem as the others?
She sure is. The problem is that Smellcaster is apparently telling everyone that he's changed. He's no longer a villain. He's trying to work with the heroes and not against them.
And the heroes don't trust him. They think it's a trick.
And I don't blame them. We have an emergency on our hands. We need to find a solution for all these heroes in need.
I agree. Let's refocus with our hotline verse. Do you remember when it can be found? That's right. I read the mind of the hero in the blue shirt. It is Romans 14:19. Those of you with super memory powers, say it with me. So let's strive for the things that bring peace and the things
that
build each other up. Romans 14:19.
We really do need to find something that could bring peace and encourage the hero community.
Perhaps it's time to refer to our hero reference manual.
Great idea. I have it right here. What should I look for?
This may be a long shot, but is there anything about a villain turning into a hero?
Oh, you want to help me look?
Let me see. Well, actually, there is. Let's look at this story.
In the book of Acts, we learn about the start of the church after Jesus' death and resurrection.
Not everyone was a fan of this new church, however. One of these people was a man named Saul. He did not like people following Jesus.
I mean, he really didn't like people following Jesus. Saul devised a plan to get rid of these followers of Jesus. He decided to head to a city called Damascus to find and arrest anyone who was following Jesus. This was Saul's plan. But as the Bible teaches us over and over, human ways are not always God's ways.
On his way to Damascus, Saul saw a bright light. I said he saw a bright light. This was a powerful light, a blinding light. Much better.
The powerfully blinding light flashed all around Saul, and he fell to the ground. Then he heard a voice asking, "Saul, why are you harassing me?" Saul asked, "Who are you?" "I am Jesus," was the reply. "Now, go into the city and you will be told what to do." As Saul stood up, he realized that he could not see. His friends led him into Damascus, where he was unable to see for 3 days.
About that time, the Lord was talking to another man, Ananias, who was a follower of Jesus. "Go to Judas's house and ask for a man named Saul. I want you to restore his sight." Ananias wasn't too sure about this plan at first.
Lord, have you heard the news? This guy has been hurting your people. Go, said the Lord. Saul is the one I want to take my message to the world. Ananias said, "Okie dokie," and went to find Saul. When he found Saul, he touched him and told Saul that the Lord sent him. Immediately, something like snails fell from his eyes. Sorry, I should have said something like scales fell from his eyes, and he could see again.
After this healing, Saul stayed in Damascus, teaching in the synagogues that Jesus is the Son of God. Many of the people were confused, saying, "Isn't this the same guy that wanted to arrest us?" Many days went by, and some of the people started to think they should get rid of Saul. They hung out by the city gates day and night, waiting to hurt him. The friends of Saul heard about the plan to hurt Saul, so they devised a great escape plan.
The first thing they did was find a basket. It was a large basket. Okay, it was actually a huge basket, large enough for Saul to get inside. Then, his friends tied a rope around the basket and lowered it through an opening in the wall. I should say they carefully and safely lowered the basket through an opening in the wall. Saul made it down to the ground and away from those wanting to hurt him.
From that time on, Saul preached about Jesus. His teaching spread to the entire world. Saul spoke a lot about grace, because he not only received grace from Jesus, but also from the people like Ananias and his friends with the basket. Although these people were scared of Saul at first, they listened to God's calling and showed Saul grace by helping him. And that's how it happened in the Bible.
Wow, this Saul guy sounds a lot like the Smellcaster.
You're right, Supermere. Early Christians were very afraid of him and didn't trust him at first. Does that sound familiar?
It sure does. Okay, it looks like our best course of action is to see if we can learn about how all these people handle Saul's change.
All right, heroes, it's time to head to the research department to learn more about this story. We need wisdom.
That's right, the sidekicks are waiting for you. All right, heroes, up, and away to learn more.
All right.